Go.
Hello Royal Oaks members, and I hope everybody's doing well in this difficult time of isolation and everybody's being safe and everybody's family is well. But what I'd like to do over the next little stretch here is post a few different videos of some things that you can be doing at home so that your game's not quite as rusty when we get back to the club there at Royal Oaks. I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about the short game in particular. It's something that hopefully if you have a small grass space that you can get a little bit of work done. And I want to talk about why this is valuable really quickly also. Not all short game shots are created equal. So what I mean by that is people will often lump the short game in as 100 yards and in and think that they have to get good at all of these different range of shots from all those different yardages. If you actually look statistically at the frequency of shots that you would encounter on a golf course, an overwhelming number of them are inside 30 yards. When you miss a green, you usually miss it just off the edge of either side, and generally you'll have a lot of 10, 15 to 20 yard pitch shots. That's a shot that you can work on at home with a little bit of backyard space. Royal Oaks in particular, our home golf course, it has a lot of elevated greens. So I encourage you to spend some time with your most lofted club in your bag and work on that basic little pitch. What I have here is my TaylorMade 60-degree lob wedge, and I'm going to hit a couple of shots here. And we have a very small space here. Don't mind all the weeds. I got to talk to KD about how to get rid of some of those. But I'm going to be hitting some pitch shots here into my children's little play set over here. Little swing set. So just getting ready. A couple of things to think about it when you're pitching the golf ball is you want to make a few little changes to your setup compared to your normal swing. We want to narrow our stance down quite narrow. That tells our brain that we're making a smaller swing. The opposite of that would be when you're trying to smash or drive a long way, you set up with a very wide stance. Narrow sends the signal that this will be a small swing. Second thing that's important is to slide the hands down the grip just a little bit. That'll give you some more control over that club head and a little bit better feel for where that club face is because you've shortened the lever. Again, distance isn't important on this, it's controlling distance and control over that golf club. So we put the hands down the grip. So we've got our feet close together, love the ball right in the middle of the ankles there. The reason I say the ankles is your toes, sometimes people will flare their toes in funny directions and that can give you a skewed perspective as to where the ball position is. We want right in between the ankles. We want a little bit of forward shaft lean. Notice I said a little bit and not a lot. When we get too much forward shaft lean, we tend to engage too much of the leading edge of that wedge and it'll stick it in the ground and we can stub it. So a little bit of forward shaft lean. Then your goal is to swing the wedge back and through with a nice tempo, minimal amount of wrist hinge for this short of a shot. And our goal is to return the club to the similar position that we started in. Again, we don't want to handle drag forward because that gets that leading edge in, and we certainly don't want to flip or scoop the club head past the handle. So when we put all that together, we make a couple little pitch swings and we can pitch on through there. Again, one more, back and through, and there we go. So very important shot. Find a little bit of practice time and it should really help your game when we get back to the club.